country music's best artist just released his newest album. If you didn't read the title of the video, I'm referring to Luke Combs' new release, Gettin' Old. This is, surprisingly, his fourth album. Considering how long he's been popular and relevant, it's a pretty crazy stat. This album is a direct sequel of sorts to the previous one, Growin Up. In case you didn't know, you can put the two albums side by side and actually get a picture of his wilder side on the left and his homegrown side on the right. Let's jump right into how this album fares compared to his previous work, what it did right, where it took some missteps, and how to make more time to listen to it again and again. Before we get started, you're watching Playing for Cats. This channel is dedicated to helping animals in need get the help they need through the power of music. Hit like, subscribe, and check out some links in my channel to donate directly to causes helping these animals. Right off the bat, this might be my favorite Luke Combs album. Out of the four, I like Growing Up the least, but the other two before this one made me a massive fan. I managed to catch him at a random concert right after his first album came out, and I had never heard a song before. My friend convinced me to go on a whim, and it brought my love for country music back. I definitely have Luke Combs' sound to thank for a ton of great finds in the country music scene. But the real question is, what does Gettin' Old do right? After a first listen, it's really clear that Luke and his writers had done a ton of emotional maturing over the past few years. His biggest songs before this one were about going to bars, having a breakup, and basic love songs. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's nothing new. This album shies away from most of those things and focuses on loss, death, time, gratitude, and a lot of things that probably aren't very radio friendly. As someone that's starting to deal with these same issues as I leave my teenage years way behind, it's refreshing to hear a popular artist with infinite resources deal with these topics. It's also a nice break from the monotony of more popular country music. I could sing the praises of this album for a while, so it would be shorter to talk about the things that missed the mark for me. A Song Was Born, it's alright. I'm not a fan of the writing style, but it's listenable. Tattoo on a Sunburn is probably the worst song on the album, which is pretty telling considering how similar it is to his earlier stuff. It's a basic metaphor that gets extended into a full-length song. The rest of the songs on the album I probably won't skip next time. I usually consider an album good if I like about half of the songs. I would say this record shoots 80% for me. Some massive standouts are Hannaford Road, which is a really fun song but with a ton of rock influences. The drums are driving, the message is simple, and the storytelling is good. Probably one of my favorites. Back 40 Back is a really emotional song about the passage of time and losing things they didn't appreciate in the moment. The beer, the band, the bar stool is why I love country song music writing. It's simple, but the execution is eyebrow-raisingly clever. Nice slow song with some awesome production. Still has a very natural feel to it. The emphasis on acoustic instruments and references to nature make it sound raw and driving. This is a top 5 song for me. Joe is great. Being a single, this is one of the highest quality songs on the record. Great message. It's got a great melody. My Song Will Never Die is a beautiful song about coming to terms with mortality. Realizing that you can leave something bigger behind than yourself is really powerful. Top 5 for me. Love You Anyway has exceptional songwriting, but we all knew that already. Fast Car is a cover song by Tracy Chapman. It's great, but it's almost identical to the original. Fox in the Henhouse is undoubtedly my favorite song. The blues rock sound that gets blown wide open by the guitars and the organ make a really unique work. Incredible musicianship, and the best song to listen to for the full effect of Luke Combs' perfect sound. It seems like his previous album, Growing Up, did not do that well commercially. The singles were definitely prominent on the radio, but it didn't have the legs that his previous 2 albums did. I still listen to those to this day. This album, I think, has a much better chance of staying the test of time. With such timeless and mature themes relayed in an understandable and simple manner, people are going to love these songs for years to come. It does beg the question, why they decided to release these albums in this weird way. I think that music is at its best when it's consumed individually. Most listeners are casual fans that like to leave the record on shuffle and listen to it passively. To think that an album has a part 1 and a part 2 implies you need to be invested to experience it as intended. Looking at Morgan Wallen and his double albums, those massive numbers come from casuals that put on the record and let it play. To separate them like Combs and his team did might have been a mistake. Of course, in terms of quality, there's really no difference and you get to avoid the oversaturation of a massive album. What do you think? Does this album continue Luke Combs' insane run at being one of country's best musicians? In my opinion, with only his 4th album, he's up there with most of the greats for me. When you have all of Nashville backing you, a clean record without drama or controversy, a radio and karaoke friendly voice, and everyone's ears set on you, it would be hard to not be on country music's Mount Rushmore when it's all said and done. Let me know your favorite tracks in the comments, and take care.